Hey guys, Knogart here, and today I wanted to bring you the last deck profile for DM. So that's the last deck of DM I own. I might buy another deck. I have like an eye on a Pegasus deck, for example, but for now this is the last one that I can present to you before moving on to GX. And this would be, as you can see, Guardian Yatto. This is Rafael. So Rafael is the only person who actually beat Yugi, I think, in a genuine duel where Yugi didn't give up. So I thought it's interesting to present that, and the cards actually also look pretty cool. So small disclaimer here, Rafael actually has a lot of cards that are not like actual cards. And they're anime only, so I had to get a bit creative here in filling the deck out, and I tried to capture the kind of theme of the deck still while doing so I hope you like it. So we start off with the ace monster, Guardian Yatto. So if you have no monster in the grave, which is the general theme of Rafael, he's protecting his monsters, so he doesn't want anything in the grave. So then you can special summon this, and this is a 2500 beat stick. Basically, one of the win cons of this deck is just beating the opponent with this. And then you have, if this dies, you can bring out the Guardian Dreadscythe with it, which is pretty strong. So if Guardian Yatto is destroyed by Bedlock Artifact, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then you can equip one Reaper Dreadscythe from your deck. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this. So we can skip a bit forward to the scythe. So this card actually gives the monster 500 attack for every monster in the grave. So you can see here the general theme of Rafael is actually like protecting the monsters, but as soon as the Orichalcos basically takes hold, the Yattos, the pure Yattos, turns into the dark Dreadscythe, and then it's all about just getting stuff in the graveyard. So that's a pretty nice contrast in the deck and in the story itself. So that's the Guardian Dreadscythe. So for the other Guardians, we have Guardian Growl. So basically, if it's the only card in hand, I think you can special summon it, 2500 meter. And you have Guardian Trice, Guardian Seal, Elma, Chaos, Bow. So this is all the Guardians. So the thing with all these Guardians is they can all only get out if you have the equip spell on board. So, but since you only play the Guardian monsters, it's kind of hard to equip the monster to something. So the way they solved it in the show is you just played the equip, and then you played the corresponding monster with it. So if you have the card combo in hand, you just play it, and they all have certain effects. I'm not reading through all of them right now. You can do that on your own because it would take a lot of time. So the next card we have is 3 copies of Arsenal Summoner, because these search all the Guardians. So basically this is one of the cards he didn't play, but because your monster core is so small and all the anime duels obviously are scripted, you need to add some consistency in here, and this is a Guardian themed card, so it's kind of cool. You can set it. You can also, this is actually also an equip target, so if you actually want to play with real rules, this is a target for your equip cards. So next, for the spells, we have obviously the Seal of Orichalcos. Pretty cool looking card, only wants to get 500. You can decide for yourself if you want to use the effect where you can use the spell trap zones to put monsters in, but I think just the plain 500 buff and this not being able to get destroyed is already pretty good. Then we already have we talked about the Dreadscythe, and then we have the Sword of Yatto. For some weird reason, this is always treated as a Noble Arms card, but the equipped monster gains 500 attack, and if this is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Guardian Yatto you control. It gains 500 attack for each banished monster. So Guardian Yatto has an effect to send an equip to the grave, which is equipped, and then you can banish 3 monsters of your graveyard. So you always have at least 1500 buff, which makes this a 4000 attack beater. For the next spell, we have Growl, and then you can also like see we just have all the equip spells. for the corresponding monsters. I think he didn't play all of them in the show, but I just put them in for the theme. So we have Growl, Elma, Seal, Bau, Chaos, and Trice. And then next we have probably one of the best cards ever printed, and which got introduced with this character is Soul Charge. Yep. Funnily enough, he just like killed himself with this. He just used it, summoned too many monsters, and yeah, lost the game. Then we have Exchange. He used this to give Yugi the Orichalcos seal. So, yep. Guarded Treasure, pretty cool card, but you have to open this in the starting hand, otherwise it's useless. So what this does is you have to discard 5 cards to activate this, and then you draw 2 cards, and then in each of your draw phase you draw 2 cards. So yeah, if your opponent MSTs this, then you're kind of sad. But in general, I don't think most of the decks in this format have MSTs or similar, or it's a one-off, like one of Dust Tornado in Yugi's deck, for example. And then because the format is so slow, you can actually Turbo 3 a deck with this. Then we have Swords of Revealing Light, which he played to protect himself. We have Shrink, also helps to protect your monsters. Same as My Body as a Shield, pay 1,500, protect your monsters from being destroyed. And lastly, Monster Reincarnation, discard a card, get a monster from your grave back. Again, Rafael, like the good version of him, doesn't like his monsters in the grave, so you can see it with Monster Reincarnation as well. Also, in the gameplay, it's pretty nice getting Yatto's back with this, because Yatto's is just really good. So the next cards here are all cards he didn't actually play, but these are cards, except for the Arsenal Summoner. These are the cards he played, and then there's a bunch of anime cards he played, and then it's not only even adding up to 40 cards. So these are the cards I filled the deck out with. So starting off with 2 Necro Gardener, which basically during your opponent's turn you banish this from your graveyard and negate the next attack of your opponent. So this does 2 things. First, it's a monster that goes to the grave, but it banishes itself, so Yatto's is still alive, and then it also protects your other monsters from being destroyed, which fits with the theme. And lastly, it's also Gardener. It's not a Guardian, but it still has the Guardian theme, so I thought it would be fitting. I know it's a Jaden card, I'm pretty sure, but it fits the theme pretty well here. And we have Pot of Greed, so Rafael at least has 1 DM staple. I know he has like Soul Charge, which is better than all the DM staples, but not really in this format. So we gave him Pot of Greed. Then we have Soul Release. Again, helps clearing your grave. Also helps banishing monsters of your opponent to deliver the final blow with Yatto's and the Guardian Sword of Yatto's. So just banish 5, and that's another 2,500 flat boost. Then we have 2 times for consistency. We have Hidden Armory, which just basically lets you search and equip from your deck. Adds a bit more consistency to it. Getting your equip spells, getting your combos. You have the monster, you just use the Armory, get the corresponding equip spell, and go. We have 1 Terraforming, so you can see the Seal of Orichalcos more often. And 2 Swords at Dawn, which basically says you can equip 1 monster on the field with the 1 equip spell in your graveyard, and the equip spell is destroyed during the end phase. So you have an equip in the grave, you use this as a battle trick or as getting the equip spell out to summon the corresponding Guardian. Then we have the trap cards. So we have Miracle's Wake, which says target 1 monster in the grave that has been destroyed by battle this turn, and special summon it. So same protecting, like the protect theme is here as well. One of your monsters gets destroyed, you get it back, keep your grave clear. Another protecting card would be Waboku, just plain and simple, you take no battle damage, so also your monsters won't be destroyed by battle. So this helps protecting. And then we have the Coffin Seller, which we put in because this is not really a protecting card, but it fits with the him like basically guilt tripping you. You're saying like, oh, you like treat your monsters badly and stuff, and then you punish your opponent for actually getting their monsters in the grave while you protect your monsters. So I thought it would be fitting to put this as a trap card in. And then last trap we have Dust Tornado, just because Rafael has no spell and trap removal, and you want to have at least one spell trap removal, just because Bakura plays Destiny board, and Destiny board without an out is just, it's not fun to play against. So that's the Rafael deck. How do you like the ideas I put in the deck with the last slots? Do you think there are other cards I could include in this that would fit better than the ones I used? Or do you like it as it is? And how do you like the Orichalcos arc in general? I know it's not like canon, but the deck was pretty cheap to get, so I thought I'd just add it, and Soul Charge, cool card. Alright, hope to see you next week, and see you guys around.